First, please take a look at this time-lapse video of the moment it blooms. This is Pancratium Maritimum, better known as the sea daffodil. Last year, it finally bloomed here in Japan. I have a hypothesis. Japan's recent summers have become extremely hot and dry, and that unusual weather may have triggered flowering. It's only a hypothesis, but an interesting one. It is a beautiful Mediterranean plant, yet, there is very little information about growing it in Japan. For years ago, a friend gave me a single bulb. I didn't know how to grow it, and after 3 years of trial and patience, it finally flowered. Each bloom lasts for only 1 day, but its fragrance is unforgettable. Since I had the chance, I also captured the moment the flower finished blooming. Would you like to take a look? Even though there's hardly any wind, this plant moves quite a bit. I suppose this is another discovery. Then, something even more surprising happened. Believe it or not, seeds had formed. If there are seeds, we collect them. Isn't that a basic human instinct? Well then, let's go collect the seeds. That flower produced 9 seeds, each about 1 centimeter in diameter. Since there were almost no guidelines for cultivation, I had no idea whether the seeds needed light or darkness to germinate. So, as we always do in this lab, I decided to conduct an experiment. I planted some deeply and others shallowly. After all, if you have seeds, you sow them. Isn't that a basic human instinct? I watered them generously, and then just waited for time to pass, savoring this moment that makes me look forward to what lies ahead. About a month later, all 9 seeds had sprouted. Not a single one was left behind. This is how plants in the Amaryllidaceae family grow. First, they drive the hypocotyl into the ground, use that as a base to form a tiny bulb, and then sprout. Another 10 months later, I'm growing 3 of them by the window in my study room. Here's a comparison between those 3 and the 2 I'm growing on the balcony, where they get plenty of direct sunlight. The right side is the balcony, the left is the bay window. It's clear that the bay window plants are superior in terms of the number of leaves and the thickness of the stems. Perhaps this plant was simply forced into its current location, a sandy beach with intense direct sunlight, by other plants, and actually doesn't really like the environment where it's naturally growing. To find out, let's take a look at the roots. I'm sure you'd all like to see them too. This lab hides nothing, exaggerates nothing, and is always honest. So, I'll show you the entire process of digging them up. What does this mean? The right side is the balcony, and the left is the bay window. Unlike the above ground parts, isn't it growing much more vigorously on the balcony? Could it be that intense light and harsh conditions actually make this plant grow stronger? The questions are endless, but this lab is here to unravel them one by one. Welcome to the Botanical Soil Lab. The moment you sign up, you become a proud member of this lab.